day today, which means I am off work. So right now I am headed to Trader Joe's to get some groceries. I have my granny cart with me today. I don't know if you can see it, which might look funny to some of you, but this is really the reality of living in New York City. We don't drive here, so most of the time doing groceries we just walk, just carry our groceries home. A lot of times it's up a walkout building. There are a lot of grocery stores near my house, but they're all really pricey, so I choose to go to cheaper places like Trader Joe's or like the Chinese supermarket. If I'm not mistaken, Trader Joe's prices are standard nationwide, so that's really good for a high cost of living area like New York City. Just aside from prices, I love their products, so that's where we're going today.
And we made it to Trader Joe's. First thing I did was head to the flower section because my boyfriend is coming back from a trip today and I decided I wanted to surprise him at the airport later. So I decided to pick up some flowers, and I love TJ's because they have really affordable flower options. There were so many good dessert options, but I decided to go with my favorite, chocolate lava cake. And then I went to the cheese section. I decided to try out this brie cheese with wild mushroom. And I got so much stuff that I was worried it wouldn't fit into my shopping cart. But this really nice lady helped me out and managed to fit everything in. Afterwards, it was time to head home, so I decided to take the bus. And the New York City subway and bus system charges a fixed flat fare regardless of distance, so this was $2.90. This is my huge shopping haul, and the total was over $107. I split that with my boyfriend, so my share of groceries for this week is $53.70. I got home just in time for lunch, and I am so hungry, so I'm gonna eat this gimbap that I got from Trader Joe's. And this is a frozen one, and it's been really popular, but I've never seen it in store until today. So I'm gonna be trying this for the first time. I think this is vegetarian because it's tofu and vegetable. I have my kimbap here, so we're gonna try. The tofu is really good. The tofu tastes like inari. I think it's good for a light meal when you're not feeling like cooking. Time to head to the airport, so I took public transport, which involved taking the subway, which is $2.90, and then transferring onto the air train, which is usually $8.50, but I traveled during the peak summer months, so they were having 50% off promotions, so it only cost me $4.25. We have arrived at the airport. I am so nervous. I don't know why.
Guess who's back? Back in action.
Unfortunately, it was not a surprise because someone ruined the surprise because he checked my location and he found out that I was here. Surprise! But he was surprised by the flowers.
Took public transport home, bringing today's total to $70.90. Welcome to Tuesday, where I spend $0. All the food is from stuff that I bought from the groceries, except for this lunch, which I got from delivery, but I actually got it for free because my company gave me a meal stipend. But usually on weekdays, I work from home, so I don't usually eat out. I just cook, and I don't really buy anything, so let's move on to Wednesday. Wednesday is another work from home day, so again, not really any expenses for food, but after work, I did something really fun. I went to Byron Park for a free outdoor yoga class. I absolutely love New York in the summer because they always have these kind of programs where they have like free fitness classes, and I always make sure to go.
Little bend to the knees, gaze forward, step or float to the top of the mat.
On Thursday, I went to the New York Public Library to borrow a couple books that I ordered online, and I can't tell you how much I love this place. It is how I get my reading done. It's completely free for all New York City residents, so highly recommend. And afterwards, I went to the dentist, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. So I went to a dentist last week, did my checkup, and found out I need a few things done. So today I had my second appointment. I needed a filling, and the dentist also recommended doing a dental crown. And the first thing I wanted to make sure is knowing how much it's gonna cost before I go in. So I asked for estimate from the dentist practice, and they had to talk to my insurance company, and that took like over a week for them to get back to me. Because this was such a huge filling, it's a little bit more pricey than usual. So with insurance, this was gonna be $100, but the filling along with the dental crown would be over $800, and that is a really huge price difference. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had a little mini breakdown. I think it was just like that shock, and you know, I thought about it, but after doing more research and talking to my dentist, and I decided to get the dental crown, and it went well today. I got a temporary crown put in, and they have to send it to the lab, and I'm gonna go back after 2 weeks to get my permanent crown in. I'm very fortunate that I have an emergency fund saved up. Just sometimes life just happens and you have unexpected expenses that come on. The total cost for my filling and crown today was $823, but I only paid 50%, so I paid $411.50. Matt made us feijoada for dinner, which is this Brazilian pork bean stew. Friday after work, I went out to watch a movie with the girls. We watched It Ends With Us, and that was $19 per ticket. And I'm always so amazed that the cinema has recliner chairs. I took the bus home, so that was $5.80 round trip. The next day, Matt decided to experiment and made handmade pizza from scratch. I thought it came out really well, and honestly, I just had fun watching him make it. So we did not have any additional expenses for lunch.
Hello! Today we are in
New York
East
City.
Village. Oh, yes. East Village.
In America.
Okay. We're in East Village, and we are walking over to Sunny's Florist, which is my favorite flower shop in the city. They're run by this Korean family, and I just love them. I will like go out of my way to go get flowers from them.
Unfortunately, it was closed today, but we just ended up going to a random shop to pick up some flowers.
They got it. They wrapped it for us. It's so pretty. I love it. I hope she likes it. Alright, let's go. No paparazzi. We are gonna go to Nolita now, and we're gonna go to this really like premium luxury chocolate bonbon place. It's really pretty.
We picked out some really pretty chocolate for our friend, and I know that she watches my videos, so I'm not gonna tell you the price of all the gifts here, but I'll make sure to include the cost of it when I calculate the total at the end.
We are on the way to Chinatown for dinner and meet up with our friend for her birthday. Also, I'm very hungry and I'm ready to eat. You hungry?
Not too bad.
We're eating Chinese food, so I am excited.
We had Chinese food for dinner, and we shared dishes family style. We also paid for the birthday girl's portion, so the total for dinner came out to $57.90.
Morning, we're going for a brunch with my aunt and uncle and their little doggy, who are gonna be doggy sitting this week. And it is like actually cold this morning. It's like 15 degrees and Matt is loving it. I am in my hoodie because I'm cold.
Shorts.
And he's wearing shorts.
I decided to pay for everyone, so total for brunch for 4 of us was $94.92. And afterwards, we went to get ice cream for dessert, and my aunt paid for my ice cream, so that was $0.
I am headed to a climbing gym to do bouldering for the first time, and I am very nervous. I just feel like I'm very weak. I don't really know what to do. My friend boulders a lot, so she invited me, so I feel better knowing that she's gonna be there, but I am really nervous.
Bouldering in New York City is definitely not cheap. It was $41.50 for a day pass, but I really enjoyed it. It was a good experience, and the place was really gorgeous, especially outdoors. And don't make fun of me for this embarrassing clip of me climbing a beginner wall.
Quick debrief on my first bouldering experience. It was fun. Actually, I really enjoyed it. And I think having friends there actually made such a huge difference. They were teaching me how to do it, and I think having pointers really helped. There was times when I got stuck, but then they would tell me like where to put my hands or my feet, and like that helped a lot. I think the first thing that really like stood out to me was I'm scared of heights. So even though the beginner walls were like not that high, I felt scared climbing up. Hands are kind of red now, if you could see. Yeah, I had fun.
It's time to add everything up and see how much I spent for the week. So going by category, starting out with groceries, I spent $53.70. Eating out was $159.35, but I did pay for a few people, so that definitely raised the price. Transport was $40.40. Entertainment cost $60.50. Healthcare was a very big one, and that was $411.50. And then we have miscellaneous, which includes gifts, subscriptions, random things that I bought, and that comes out to $46.42. Now let's move on to some of my fixed expenses. So starting off with a really big one, rent. So I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with my boyfriend on the Upper East Side in Manhattan. Rent is definitely very high, but we actually got a really good deal on our apartment. I pay $1,200 for my share of the apartment. We split that cost, and he pays just a little bit more. That comes out to $300 per week. Utilities really vary a lot over the months. It depends on the season. It could be as low as $50 in the winter months and up to $200 in the summer months because we're using a lot of AC. This was a particularly expensive month because it was summer. I also work from home, so that definitely raises the prices. So this month it was $215. So my share for that week was $26.90. Wi-Fi is $50, so my share for this week was $6.25. Heat and water are free and covered by the landlord. And my phone plan is $22.20 per month, so that is $5.55 per week. That comes out to a grand total of $1,110.57. New York City is definitely a really expensive place to live, but the costs really vary a lot depending on which neighborhood you're in, your circumstances. Like for example, I'm really fortunate enough that I live with my partner, so we get to split a lot of our expenses and I get to save a lot of money that way, whether or not you're eating out or cooking. I would say this number is definitely abnormal for me. This is much higher than I usually spend, and I would say my dental costs definitely brought the costs up. I'm not getting a dental crown every week, so that it was kind of like a one-time rare expense. But it's hard to predict. Some months will definitely be more, especially if you're traveling. There's a lot of birthdays. Some months might be a little bit cheaper. New York City is definitely very expensive, but I think there are ways that you can try to save, such as going for free classes during the summer, making use of the library, borrowing books from there. So staying in outer boroughs like Brooklyn or Queens definitely will help you save money versus living in Manhattan. I am actually filming this a couple months later, so I actually have moved out of my Upper East Side apartment. I actually moved to Jersey City, so my cost and expenses would definitely be very different here. Let me know if you guys would be interested in me recreating this video in Jersey City, because I think my expenses definitely have changed ever since moving here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Let me know where you guys live and how much you spend every week. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!